Welcome to the Monday Highlights presented by the Hound's Tales podcast. We'll be bringing you the results from the previous weekends, coming hunts, and news from the field trial world and deer dog woods. Drop the gate. Let's get it, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take a second real quick and interrupt the show and talk about Cajun Lights. They have jumped on board to support the Hound's Tales podcast and the field trialing community. You got nighttime field trials coming up. I know I do in my series, Pleasure Running at Night. When you need to catch that next crossing, put your trust in Cajun Lights. Cajun Lights is made in America product out of North Carolina who has been in business for over 25 years. They make cap style and bucket hat headlamps to free up that extra hand for your voice recorder or for your GPS. There are three main lights I want to focus on real quick. The first is the Microgator, which is the lightweight option. It has 4 brightness levels and 4 color options, including red for us field trialers. Rated at 50 to 60 hours of battery life on the highest setting, this is your flood style lamp that'll do really good for us out in the fields in the short brush and be able to help us get in front of those crossings. Next up is the Cajun Bayou, which is the next step up. And it includes the same number of colors and brightness levels, but it packs a much bigger punch on that brightness level so you can catch those crossings way down the path when you got a long road to cover. And last but not least is the top level Cajun Blinder. It has a main beam light with 4 levels of brightness and includes a walking light, and even with the light this bright, the burn life on it is rated at 5 to 6 hours on the highest setting. There's no chance of missing a dog with a light like this one, folks. All their lights come with a 2-year warranty and a lifetime labor warranty. And these guys are excited to get into our sport, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all be sure if you see me at a hunt, come ask me about them. I'll have one of each of these lights on hand to show you and let you put it on your head and kind of experience it. Show these guys some love, guys. And y'all please go visit their website at CajunLights.com. And their phone number is 888-773-3080. Thank you, Cajun Lights, for all you do and for trying to get into this sport. Like I said, guys, let's show them some love. Let's get back to the show, guys. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back to the Monday Highlights. This is the episode for March 18th, 2024. I will ask for everybody's forgiveness for not creating a Monday Highlights for last week. I had just gotten back from the Southeastern FHA at Pools Foxhound Training Preserve, and let's just say I was worn out, and I wanted to spend some time with my family. So it was to the point where I know the Monday Highlights are kind of like a bonus thing for this podcast. So I just kind of decided, I said, you know what, my family's a little bit more important right now, and which it's always going to be more important. So I hadn't seen him for 3 days, and it'll probably be a normal thing if I'm getting back from a multi-day hunt or being gone over the weekend, something like that. I probably will not be doing a Monday Highlights unless something drastic changes, but that's probably how I'm going to do it. If I'm away and I haven't spent time with my family in 3 days, then I will be skipping the Monday Highlights so that I can spend that Sunday night with them. But I will say I was at the Southeastern, like I said earlier, and I had a blast down there. I was judging. It was so much fun. I love judging. I really, really do love judging. I think it's a completely overrated thing, or not overrated, underrated thing that people really should do more often. I know multi-day hunts is kind of hard to always volunteer your time unless you live like really close and can go home every day. That way it doesn't cost the association any money that you'd be doing anything. You know, I know that's why a lot of the multi-day hunts, but shoot, even if you get out some of these single day hunts, if you got a free weekend or extra time, I know that's hard to come by nowadays with the way things are, but I'll preach it again. Always, if you can make it happen, always try to judge something. But let's talk about the Southeastern there for a second before we get into some of this other stuff. Like I said, it was so much fun. George Elam was the master hounds. Excellent excellent job. If anybody's looking for a master, he'll probably kill me for saying it and making him try to do more work. But if anybody's looking for a master, be sure to hit George up. He does a heck of a job. Did really, really well down there. And I applaud him. He did, like I said, he did a fantastic job. Also, big shout out to Lee Perkins and Tyler Mullins, vice president of the Southeastern FHA, and Amy Adams. If you don't recognize it yet, that I don't not taking anything away from Lee or Tyler, and they'll tell you the same thing I'm about to tell you. Amy Adams is the bread and butter of that association. Anytime she steps foot into a hunt, she is the reason it's going to succeed. She really deserves so much recognition. She does a fantastic job. She's so good at what she does. And she's the reason that this hunt went so smoothly without a hitch and did so well. So Amy, hats off to you. Enjoyed working with you again. Always, anytime you ask, I'm going to make sure if I can help it, I'm going to be there. So, but I will tell you, one of my favorite things about judging this hunt is, excuse me, is some of the judges that are there, and it's a yearly thing. Just to mention a few, and I'm going to miss people, just kind of going off of my brain here. You got to think about people like James Booker, Blair Dalton, Jody Duvall, Bill McGee, Clyde Sutton, let me think, Kelly Meadows, Cliff Parker, Shane Painter. So many judges there that just are key people in this sport, or just legends, Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers. It was an honor to just be surrounded by those guys, and I thoroughly enjoyed that aspect of going down to this hunt, because Amy and Lee and Tyler always round up such a good crew of judges that worked their butts off. And if you were there and had the radio on and listened to us, man, we got after it for 3 days. I mean, don't let some of the age of these guys fool you. A lot of them got triple the crossings that I got. They just knew how to do it, could get there and hustled. So hats off to those guys, like always. And I just enjoyed it so much. We had typical Southeastern weather. It was, I think it changed seasons again 3 times. It was half, if I'm trying to remember, it was cold the first day, windy and raining the second day, and the third day it was warm and windy. I may have the first and the third day backwards, but it was just a cluster of changes. The third day absolutely freaking screamed. On both sides of the pen, it was just up and down, up and down, up and down. It was a great running, great red fox running. Demo, you got the pen rocking, buddy. Cannot wait to see how this thing runs for the Masters coming up here in a few weeks. And just a reminder on that, if you have not, and I got to do it too, my own self, make sure you send your money in before the 21st for the Masters, or else your numbers will be discontinued. I guess that's the right word to say. And speaking of numbers, let's touch on that for a second real quick before we keep going. The Tower Hill book for my series for the Houndstales podcast, Virginia Pen series, presented by Joy Dog Food. The first hunt at Tower Hill, the book opens this coming Sunday now on, at 2:00. No text, no voicemails, no anything like that. No calling early. 2:00, call, try your best to get in. There's 4 more qualifier hunts. If you don't make it to this one, then try for another one. Okay, guys? Look, this thing is growing pretty big, and I'm not trying to sound biggity when I say that, but I've gotten messages, calls, talks, all kinds of things every week since we posted it and got this thing started. So it's going to be a lot of people fighting to get numbers. So just be patient with me, okay? I promise I'm going to try to get as many numbers as I can to as many people. Hopefully, not everybody's calling to get 5 numbers for their kennel, but I mean, they might be. So just remember a couple of things. These numbers are non-transferable and they are prepay. You got up to 2 weeks before the hunt to prepay. The sooner the better. That way I can get all my ducks in a row, get everything in. Once that cutoff date ends, I think it's April 21st or 24th, something like that. So I have to go back and look. I don't have it wrote down in front of me. But once that date hits and you haven't paid, your number will no longer be good. It will be given to the next person on a waiting list. So guys, get on the waiting list. You don't know how it's going to go. I mean, you got people that probably ain't going to pay. You got some people that are going to get more numbers than what they thought they were going to use and turn some numbers in. You got people that'll have a dog come in heat and have to turn it in. Get on the waiting list. You'll probably end up being called. And if you've never done it before, guys, and this goes for all hunts that you're trying to get numbers for, I don't know why the phone systems are like this, but I mean, it ain't but so many phone calls it can handle. If the phone sounds like it's turned off or it goes to a weird, you cannot reach the number you've dialed is no longer in service. That's not correct. It's just there's going to be so many people, and that's for most hunts. There's going to be so many people that are trying to get through at one time, it freaks the phones out. So just hang up, dial again, hang up, dial again. I think I dialed for when I tried to get numbers for the Masters, which I ended up getting them, I think I dialed it like 200 and something times. Like, just keep calling until you get through. And then I will start a waiting list once I fill it up, and we'll go from there. Okay. So, but I'm really looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to these hunts. It's coming fast, guys. It's coming really, really fast, and we are looking for some more donations for some collars. If anybody's out there that is listening, maybe an organization or anything that wants to donate, y'all feel free to hit me up. I'd be glad to take some more collars. I'd love to be able to give back to these hunters as much as I can. I want to take a second and talk about Frontline Optics real quick, guys. They are a sunglasses company that is owned and operated by frontline workers, fires, and emergency services, guys. They have designed glasses with us in mind, with the frontline workers in mind, people that are out there using your sunglasses every day and don't want to break the bank and have a pair of sunglasses get broke and just be out of that that crazy amount of money. Guys, these are high quality polarized sunglasses that are durable, affordable, and ultimately represent our lifestyle. In addition to that, a portion of all proceeds from the sale of these glasses is donated to First Responders Children's Foundation. It is in support of those children who have lost a parent in the line of duty. How cool is that, guys? So, guys, check these guys out, frontlineoptics.com. Go to their website, and when you go to checkout, be sure to type in the promo code HoundsTales. That's TALES while you check out, and you'll receive 15% off your first purchase. Also, these guys have a first-time replacement, no questions asked program. Be sure to check that out, guys. These guys are awesome. I can't thank them enough for jumping on board, and we'll get back to the show. So, last thing before we get into some of the results, while I was at the Southeastern, and this will be this Wednesday's episode, by the way, I got to sit down with Clyde Sutton and Jody Duvall and record with them. This is something that I was super excited to do. I've been on Clyde pretty hard about it and wanting to record, and then it just worked out. I think him and Jody were rooming together, and I was like, you know what? Why would I waste time, separating you guys? Let's do it together. So we had a conversation just sitting in the hotel room. I just hooked up the mic, hit the record button, and let it talk. And man, I had so much fun. I learned so much. I mean, it was an honor to be in the same room as those two guys. Literally a Hall of Famer and a future Hall of Famer. And it was a huge honor, and I can't thank y'all enough for doing it. So y'all be sure to tune in for this Wednesday's episode. It'll be with Clyde Sutton and Jody Duvall, and it is a awesome episode, guys. And last thing, I forgot one thing before I get ready to get into this episode. Your DWR meetings for Virginia are this weekend. The first one is Wednesday at 9 a.m., if I'm not mistaken. I need to double check myself on that. But it's let me see. Yep, the DWR meeting is on Wednesday, and that is at 9 a.m. Let's see. It is at the Henrico Sports and Events Center, and that is the Hound Study final meeting. And the purpose is to determine what actions, if any, it wants to take related on this topic. Some of the proposals that I've seen from them are kind of scary. I thought we were maybe out of the woodworks, out of the clear, but it appears not, guys. Pretty much they're trying to attack the dog trespass thing again. I don't like the verbiage in it on how they're writing it up. I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't got the chance to sit down and speak. Or I haven't gotten the emails and gotten those talks yet. But I don't like the verbiage. I don't know if it's going to fly, how they have it wrote up, but you never know with these guys. And then there is a DWR board meeting Thursday, March 21st at 9 a.m. In Henrico, Virginia. It's at 787 Villa Park Drive in Henrico. They are not doing any over-the-phone call-ins. I was not expecting that. I guess that's something I should have looked into. It's too late for me to take off of work, so unfortunately I will not be there. I'm going to listen in and pray for the best. So, guys, if you by the time this airs, it's going to be too late. So, guys, just got to keep praying on this, guys. Got to keep doing better. And like I always say, we got to really police ourselves and try to make the difference up that way. But I'm not going to get into all that again, but just kind of giving y'all a heads up here in Virginia that those are coming 9 a.m. Wednesday and Thursday. You can tune in to listen to, but there will be I know for certain on the Wednesday one. I'd have to double check on the Thursday one, but I'm pretty sure that is correct. That neither one you can do a public non-in-person via do it via internet. So, guys, just man, let's just pray, guys. Let's just pray we don't lose it. All right, let's kick it over to the results. I did not get a few of the hunts, but I did get. Let's see, I got 3 of the hunts. We'll start with the Western Derby. That was at Joe's Branch Fox Pen in Enon, Louisiana. Let's see, and that was March 7th through the 9th. I'm going to try to catch up here really quick. The best mouth was out of Almond Harper and Oliver's Pearly May. Dog's name was Oliver Skinner from Kenneth Oliver. The classiest hound was out of Derby champion B&J's Mike and B&J's Sex Ring. I guess that's how you say that. If not, I am sorry. And the dog's name was B&J's Daylight, Partnership Kennels. Combination winner was out of Edie's Freckles Scott and Trailar's Star. Hound's name is Trailar's Gypsy Soul from Trailar Kennels. And your Derby winner was out of Sharky's Sugar Ray and Sharky's Booze Susie. Dog's name is TOC Sugar Mama from TOC Kennels. So congratulations to everybody down there. Let's roll into the Southeastern FHA at Billy Poole's Foxhound Training Preserve. That was also last weekend. The weekend before last. It'll be March 7th to the 10th, I think is what it was. Let's see. We'll start with the bench show. Your best opposite sex was at a champion Opie's Ring and RTK's Martina, Opie's Charlotte, Opie Kennels. Your best in show was out of After Hours Billy and After Hours Dottie, champion After Hours Oliver, After Hours Kennels. Rolling into the Derby class, your best mouth was at a B&B's Chrome and Hill's Soft Shoes, Fireballs, Hoss E, Fireball Kennels. Classiest hound, was out of champion Opie's Ring and Opie's Growler. Dog's name is Britton Strider from Cellar Creek Kennels. The dog was also first hunting in 6th HGA. Your combination winner was at a Tail Chasing Crook and Cutting Up Sasha. Dog's name is Tail Chasing Wildfire from Tail Chasing Kennels. And your Derby winner was at a Miller's Bro Code and champion Miller's Malibu from Dog's name was Miller's Chomper from Miller Kennels. Let's go on to the all age. Your best mouth was at a champion Norris's Big Boy and Patterson's Coast. Hound's name is Patterson's Hammer from Power Drive Kennels. Your classiest hound was also your combination winner. Dog's at After Hours Owl and champion Copeland's Imogene. Dog's name is After Hours Rip, After Hour Kennels. And your field champion was at a Crisco's Sundown and Patterson's Coast. His name is Patterson's Crisco from Power Drive Kennels. And the last one that I was able to find results from, I know there's 2 other, hunts in the past couple weeks, and I just didn't see the results from them, so I had to skip over them. The Ohio State FHA, your combination and Derby winner was at a champion Jackson's Geronimo and Jackson's Crybaby. Dog's name is Jackson's Diamond from Screaming Demon Kennels. And your combination and field champion for your all-age class was at a Watts Lil 30 and Jackson's White Girl, Jackson's Felicia from Screaming Demon Kennels. Screaming Demon put it on them down there, it looks like. Went through both classes. All right, guys, real quick, we're going to run through some of these upcoming hunts. Like I said, don't forget if you are calling for the numbers for my first hunt of the series. It goes out this Sunday coming up. This Sunday at 2 p.m. Don't call before. I'm not going to answer it.
It's only a kick. A jump. A block. It's only a serve. It's only a tackle. A run. It's only for the fans. After all, it's only pressure. You got this. Adidas.
All right. We'll start with the Pontotoc County FHA 3-day, and that will be at the Lucky Bucket Fox Pen in Pontotoc, Mississippi. I think I got that name right. Let's see, March 21st to the 23rd, and there's a lot of hunts going on next weekend. A ton of freaking hunts. So it looks like it's going to be a busy day. If y'all listening, you get results, please send them to me. It makes it a whole lot easier on me if people send them to me and I can save them to my phone. That way I don't have to go digging through Facebook to try to find them. Let's see, March 21st to the 23rd, Winter Classic 2.0 at Triple B Fox Preserve in Wallace, North Carolina. March 21st to the 23rd is the Lake Ochita 2-day spring hunt in Buckville, Arkansas. March 22nd through the 23rd, I wish I was going down to this one, not going to lie, is the Old Tram Classic 2-day Derby at the Old Tram Fox Pen in Whiteville, North Carolina. March 22nd through the 23rd, the South Carolina Classic FHA 2-day Derby at Casey's Training Preserve in Lancaster, South Carolina. March 21st through the 24th is the Tar River Classic at Tar River Fox Preserve in Creedmoor, North Carolina. March 27th through the 30th is the Dry Creek FHA It's a 3-day all-age and 2-day derby at the Carolina Running Pen in Andalusia, Alabama. March 28th through the 30th is the Georgia State 3-day at Tally-Ho Fox Pen in Mount Croghan, South Carolina. April 3rd through the 6th is the Southern Illinois FHA at Grapevine Fox Pen. Let's see. April 3rd through the 6th is the South Carolina 3-day at United Fox Pen in Swainsboro, Georgia. April 4th through the 6th is the Piedmont FHA 3-day one-class hunt at Triple B Fox Preserve in Wallace, North Carolina. April 6th through the 7th is the Outlaws Shootout 2-day derby at the Lucky Bucket Fox Pen in Pontotoc, Mississippi. April 12th through the 13th is the Big Rock Masters 2-day derby at Casey's Training Preserve in Lancaster, South Carolina. And Paul, I am so sorry if I am saying your name. I don't know if it's Casey's or Caskies, but whatever way, y'all know what I'm trying to say. April 17th through the 20th is the Masters at Pools Foxhound Training Preserve in Jarrett, Virginia. I will be there. Cannot wait. It's my first time going to the Masters, and I am looking forward to it more than anybody could ever know. April 19th through the 20th is the first annual Big River Classic 2-day all-age and derby at the Lucky Bucket Fox Pen in Pontotoc, Mississippi. April 19th through the 20th is the Border War at 95 Fox Run in Gable, South Carolina. April 19th through the 20th is the Breeders' Cup West at Newsom Hellcat Fox Run in Gordon, Alabama. April 24th through the 27th is the East Mississippi FHA, and that is at the Rolling Hills Fox Pen in Harrisville, Mississippi. April 26th through the 27th is the Palmetto Classic 2-day derby at Tally-Ho Fox Pen in Mount Croghan, South Carolina. April 26th through the 27th is the North Carolina State FHA 2-day derby and bench show at Triple B Fox Preserve in Wallace, North Carolina. April 26th through the 28th is the Southern Classic FHA at Tar River Fox Preserve in Creedmoor, North Carolina. Let's see. May 2nd through the 5th is the Missouri Open and Derby Classic at the Fuzz's Fox Pen in Eminence, Missouri. I believe that's all correct. May 4th through the 5th is the Albemarle Derby at Foxdale Preserve in Oak City, North Carolina. May 4th through the 5th is the Rodeo Foxhound Club 2-day derby at Mallin's Pen in Steely's Bay, Ontario, Canada. May 8th through 11th is the 52nd annual Ogeechee River FHA 3-day field trial and bench show at the United Fox Pen in Swainsboro, Georgia. May 9th through the 11th, is the Arkansas State at Buckville, Arkansas. May 16th through the 18th is the Hunter's Horn Spring Classic at Triple B Fox Preserve in Wallace, North Carolina. May 23rd through the 26th is the American Legacy at J&J Fox Pen in Pecan, Mississippi. And July 10th through the 13th is the 124th annual Osmond FHA Field Trial and Bench Show at Berryville, I guess that's Illinois. So that's everything I got right there. Also, don't forget, we do have some of my hunts that are coming up in May. Just be ready for those. And like I said, I can't wait to get that ball rolling. I think it's going to be a pretty. I'm pretty excited for it. So, guys, thank y'all so much for listening. Y'all are awesome. We're creeping up on the 600 subscribers on Spotify alone, and everything just keeps looking really good, guys. I can't thank y'all enough. Y'all are awesome. If you haven't yet, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button while you listen. That way, all the numbers come back. Also, want to give a big shout out before I get off of here. Make sure you check in on the sponsors' websites, guys. First, CajunLights.com. Go on their website, check out their products. Man, all you fox hunters out there, you really ought to check these lights out. They're super cool, man. Really, really bright. The red light, I'm going to be posting some videos here in the next couple weeks and really explaining and showing you the power of these lights, guys. They're badass and really, really, really good stuff. And then also you need everybody to check out Frontline Optics as well. They are a first responder owned and operated, and a certain percentage of their profits go towards. Excuse me, messed that all to pieces. But they go towards a organization that supports kids that lost their parents in the front line. So check these guys out, man. Good glasses. I love mine. Light, good fitting on the face. The lenses are super nice, and they won't break the bank. I think the list price is $65, but if you use the Houndstales discount code, you get 15% off your order. So be sure to check these guys out, and tune in Wednesday for our full-length episode. That will be with Clyde Sutton and Jody Duvall, and I hope you all enjoy it, guys. Like always, happy hunting.